Hello everyone and welcome back to layout update number 9 here on the Long Island and Southern Railroad, my 3-rail O-scale layout. For those of you who might be new to the channel, I highly suggest that you check out previous layout update videos. There will be a link at the top of the screen so you can see how we got from a bare piece of plywood to what you'll see in this video. Now before I get started talking about layout progress for this episode, I just wanted to inform you guys on some upcoming videos. So next week I'm heading down to Tennessee. And a couple of videos that I had in mind for shooting are what's it like flying during the coronavirus pandemic, filming videos looking for model trains through antique stores down there, and rail fanning videos. Now I understand that my rail fanning videos aren't necessarily my most popular videos, but it'll be my first time actually rail fanning real freight locomotives, and it's something that I'm excited and looking forward to. So if you guys are interested in any of those videos or my layout update videos or just enjoy the channel in general, I highly suggest you hit the like button. It helps me out a lot, and hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel out a lot. So without further ado, let's get started with layout progress. Now, layout progress has slowed down a bit. As I've mentioned in my layout tour video, my previous layout update video, there needs to be work done on the room itself. As you can probably see behind me, there's no ceiling, the walls aren't spackled and painted, all that's up is just sheetrock. And because of that, when I am down in Tennessee, this room is going to be completed, ceilings, new lights, the whole 9 yards. So if you see a couple posters that you've noticed in previous videos that have been taken down, it's just because I'm preparing the layout for that. Now, in order for that to be done, I have to disassemble various parts of the layout. I designed the layout so that it can be taken apart into the 3 separate tables and rolled away if I needed to move or any other reasons. And so because of that, I only need to remove a few pieces of track and disconnect some wires, and then it'll be good to go to move. But it'll likely damage some of the scenery. So because of that, I just wanted to slow down my progress on the scenery in case of any damage. Now this will be probably the last video I film of the layout for a week or so, because after I'm done filming this video, I am going to start taking it apart. Although I may include a layout running session later on in the week. But without further ado, let's finally get started on some layout progress. So the biggest thing that I've done since my last video was that I got on top of the table and I dusted everything. Because of work that's happened in other rooms of the basement, and because this isn't an enclosed area, a lot of dust got onto the layout and it makes the roads look 2 shades darker. Unsurprisingly, but it was something that needed to be done, so I finally took the time and did it, and it makes the layout just look a little bit more presentable. Likewise, on the buildings, I also added these wooden caps. I painted them silver to represent air vents, and I attached those to some of the buildings in the town. It just adds a little bit more realism. I'm still going to add the gravel roof to a couple more of these buildings, just so that one isn't the only one standing out, but it's helping to create a more realistic scene here on the layout. In the back of the layout, the MTH Rail King townhouse, which I've had for a few months now, I finally took the time to weather it up. I whitewashed it with white acrylic paint. I painted the silver vents on the top. They were originally molded in black. And I added a new light, some of the Lionel peel and stick lights that worked like a charm, because the building originally was very dim and only had 1 light bulb in there. Likewise, I also put wax paper on all the windows to give it a frosted look, which matches the rest of the buildings. Now, it isn't wired up now because it would probably have to be taken off the layout for the move, but as for right now, I have it sitting there as a placeholder. Now, originally, it was a bit to the left, sitting on the other table next to the church. And I think it fits better there, so that means I need to find another building to go next to the church. As of right now, I'm thinking the MTH Florist Gump building, because I need something that's a little bit wider than the traditional building, although I am open to other suggestions. When I ordered the Lionel peel and stick lights, I also ordered this Bachmann Scenicapes ice cream stand. As I've mentioned in previous episodes, I didn't know what type of ice cream stand I was going to put in here, but I went with the Bachmann one, and it's great. The only thing is that it's not lighted, and it feels a lot like a Department 56 building, the material that it's made out of. So I added a Lionel peel and stick light to this too. Like the townhouse, it also isn't wired up because I want to put this in its box during the layout work because it's very delicate. There's still some work that needs to be done to it. I need to add some cardboard into the cone itself so light doesn't bleed through. And eventually there will be a gravel parking lot around this with a little park and benches so people can enjoy their ice cream. But that'll all happen by the next layout update video. So stay tuned for progress on this. So up in front here, I finally got in the white paint markers, so I was able to finish the striping on the parking lot. As of right now, all I need to do is get strips of balsa wood to create the parking stops at the end of each parking space, and then the lines will look a little bit better. But I'm not exactly happy with it, but I'll be able to go back and touch up my mistakes. But as of right now, it's very nice, and I definitely need to get some more cars to be put into the parking lot. So with the other two Lionel peel and stick lights, I installed them into this Lionel Station that I custom painted to look like the Deer Park Long Island Railroad Station from 1973. The original bulb that was in there was very dim and only lit up half of the station, so now I have two more in there, which when it's dark gives the station a lot more luminous appearance. And I also installed this bench here, and this guy sitting on it. That was originally came with the station. I lost it, but I came across the bench and I installed it. I'll probably paint this up to match the cream siding. So the last bit of layout work here is I did some scenery work. And originally this was just the Woodland Scenics light green static grass. It looks very similar to this grass. But what I did is that I added some other different types of Woodland Scenics products. I added some more ballast to give it a much more textured and realistic approach. And I think it turned out great. And it was a nice little trial as to what I should do on other parts of the layout. And I think I'm going to continue this technique through other parts of the layout. Well, that about wraps it up for layout work. Just wanted to thank you guys for watching. I hope everybody stays safe and healthy. As always, make sure to stick around to the end to watch the trains in operation around the layout. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps me and the channel out a lot.